Congressman wanted to visit one of these facilities for himself. Republican Congressman Jim Bridenstine wanted to go to see Fort Sill, which is located in his home state of Oklahoma and currently houses about 1,000 undocumented and unaccompanied minors. He notified Health and Human Services that he planned to visit the facility while there for an unrelated meeting, but he did not hear back until he was already on his way. He and some aides drove around a large chain link fence looking for a gate or someone in charge to let him into the facility, and, well, I'll let him tell you what happened next.
We saw somebody peering through the fence. We stopped the car. I got out, explained that I was a member of Congress, that I represent the 1st District of Oklahoma, that I'd very much like to talk to the person who runs the facility. He made a radio call. The radio call came back and said that the congressman is welcome to take a tour on the 21st of July. This was on the 1st of July, so they wanted me to wait 3 weeks. I asked them to make sure that they understood that I'm a federal representative of the people. This is federal property. This is a federal operation, and I'd very much like to meet the person that runs the facility. The person who runs the facility came down. I shook his hand. We had a brief conversation, and he was very clear that no members of Congress were going to have access until the 21st, is what he said at the time.
The media is going to get a tour of the facility on Thursday, though they're not allowed to bring in recording devices or to talk to any of the children. My understanding is you've been offered a tour that day as well, but your schedule doesn't allow it, so you might be going this Saturday. Are you going to take the tour if they give you the same limits? You can't talk to children, you can't bring in recording devices.
I will take whatever tour they authorize me to take, but I will also make sure that I do everything I can so that people are aware that they have something here they don't want people to know. Like you said, they invited the media. The media is going to come on the 10th, but the media they were told they're not allowed to ask questions. They're not allowed to speak to the employees. They're not allowed to speak to the medical staff. They're not allowed to speak, of course, to the children. They're not allowed to bring any recording devices. And if you'd like pictures, HHS said, we will provide pictures to you. This is unsatisfactory. We have stories here of human tragedy of children that have made a long trek from Central America down at Lackland Air Force Base. The reports are that as many as 1/3 of the children at Lackland, I'm talking about the female children, as many as 1/3 have been raped or abused on the way to the United States. There are reports of leasing children. The thought is in Central America that if you come with a child, you're more likely to be able to stay.
Well, Congressman,
and so they're leasing children.
Right. I just want to ask you about the girls who have been assaulted. They've been assaulted on their way. They've been assaulted at these American facilities. Where are you talking about, and what evidence do you have? Because that's a very strong charge.
It is. These are reports that have come from Lackland Air Force Base, both Border Patrol and other officials down there. It was Representative Henry Cuellar from Texas who first shared these stories. He's a Democrat from Texas. This is not a partisan issue. This is a human suffering issue. We need to understand what are the policies that resulted in this. And as far as when these atrocities took place, they actually took place on the way to the United States. And the problem here is we have an insecure border on the south side of the United States, and we have people down in Central America that believe that if you come, you can stay. It creates, I was talking to somebody who fights human trafficking here in Oklahoma, and he said that the scenario that has been created, he said it's quote, like Christmas Day for human traffickers, unquote.
It's certainly a humanitarian crisis. Congressman Bridenstine, we